Cek, cek. Suara saya kedengeran nggak, teman-teman? Sudah kedengeran?
Terdengar.
Baik, oke, bisa kita mulai ya. Wait. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
Oke, alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Puji syukur kita panjatkan ke hadirat Allah Subhanahu wa taala karena pada siang hari ini kita bisa kembali bertemu, kita bisa kembali bertatap muka ya secara virtual. Senang sekali bersama teman-teman semuanya untuk melaksanakan agenda Pentabooks training yang ke-14. Jadi Pentabooks Teacher Training ini teman-teman adalah agenda teacher training yang berseris yang sudah kita mulai sejak tahun 2022 kemarin. Dan ini adalah teacher training yang pertama kalinya kita laksanakan di tahun 2023 ya, sudah ganti tahun, alhamdulillah. Nah, nantinya teman-teman untuk mungkin sebelumnya perkenalkan, nama saya Ana dari Pentabooks sebagai moderator yang nantinya akan memandu berjalannya agenda Pentabooks Teacher Training pada siang hari ini. Dan untuk webinar kali ini kita bekerja sama bersama Kutubee, salah satu platform membaca yang nantinya ini pemateri kita juga langsung representatif dari Kutubee-nya sendiri dengan Miss Farah Samawi seperti itu. Nantinya teman-teman setelah selesai agenda teacher training ini, teman-teman akan mendapatkan sertifikat kepesertaan yang bisa didapatkan setelah mengisi formulir absensi. Jadi nanti setelah agendanya hampir berakhir, saya kirimkan link absensinya melalui chat box di Zoom. Nanti bisa teman-teman isi dan akan mendapatkan sertifikatnya melalui email maupun bisa teman-teman download sendiri melalui link yang nantinya tertera setelah submit formulir absensinya seperti itu. Dan pastinya untuk di teacher training ini teman-teman Pentabooks sudah menyiapkan door prize untuk teman-teman yang aktif pada sesi webinar kita kali ini. Jadi kalau teman-teman jangan lupa untuk aktif, kemudian juga mengajukan pertanyaan dan menyimak webinarnya dengan baik ya teman-teman, pastikan seperti itu. Nah, di tengah-tengah kita sudah hadir Miss Farah Samawi. Miss Farah.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, hello Miss Farah, how are you today?
Very good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you for asking. Okay, are you ready to join the presentation, Miss Farah?
I can start now. I just wanted to ask, would you like us to proceed in English or Arabic?
Maybe in English, yeah, Miss, yeah, because most of us English teacher.
Very good. All right.
Okay,
So, yeah.
Yeah, please welcome. Time is yours, Miss Farah.
All right. So, hello, everyone. It's good morning at our time. Good afternoon at yours. I hope you're all doing well. My name is Farah, and I will now start with you. I will be sharing my screen in a bit, but before we start, I wanted to quickly update you on what is Kutubee. Anna did a quick introduction of what are we expecting today, and please feel free to ask whenever you have any question or just raise your hand, and we will be taking questions as we go. I will also leave some time towards the end so we can further discuss and answer all of your questions. To start with, I would like to tell you that Kutubee is an interactive leveled reading program. By leveled reading, I mean it's not only a digital library. We take the students' reading progress very seriously, and then we take the students in a journey throughout their work at Kutubee. Okay. Before we start, I don't know how's your Arabic, but Kutubee in Arabic is my books, okay? And in English, it's Kutubee. So what we had philosophically, if I want to say, choosing the name, we wanted the child to feel that this is his or her own platform. This is their own journey. We want them to be part of this learning experience, and we don't want them to feel that this is something obliged or something that has been given to them from the school or something that they need to do without enjoying it. So that's why we call the platform Kutubee. Okay. Until it connects. Okay. And this is why we called it Kutubee, because we want the child to be in charge of this learning experience. I will share my screen now. So please let me know when you can see the screen so we can start. And now we're good to go.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
All right, very good. Okay, so this is Kutubee. Kutubee can be accessed through through the computers or through the laptops, or by downloading the application on the mobile or on the tablet. So it can be accessed both ways. When the child first starts, I will start with the student portal, and we also have a teacher's portal. So in the student's portal, when the child first starts, we give them, each and every student, a single account. So they will have their own username and password, okay? And they can access the platform through their username and password. I had added my name here and the password, and I will log in. The platform can be accessed in different languages. Now, this is a 3-language platform, okay? So it's you can read books in Arabic or English or even French. And you can change the user interface language as well. So here, as you can see, everything is in Arabic, but you can also, from the settings, change it to English. So you can see everything in English, okay? I will transfer it to English so that you can follow with me. Now, the moment the child starts with the application, they will be asked to do a placement test. This test is very gamified, it's very interactive. He will be given 3 stories to choose from. And then when they read the stories and answer the questions, they will be able to, the platform will decide which level are they in, and they will put them in a certain level. Now, this child, for example, in Arabic is in Mustawa Ha. The level is Ha, and they have to read certain books to go to the next level. So as you can see here, it has 34 books. The child has read 3 already. They need to read 31 more to move to the next level. Everything you can see on the level page is books related to this certain level. So the child can only read from their own books related to their own reading level, okay? Now, as you can see, the screen is divided into 4 pages. The first page is levels. The second page is the open library. The third is the assignment and the My Profile page. This is where the student can follow up on their own progress. In the levels page, as we said, this is what they can see. This is in Arabic. These are the books in English. So the level in English is orange. In French also, the level is M6. So they can, whatever we explain in one language, it falls exactly on the other languages as well, okay? Sorry, my camera keeps moving, so I will turn it off. The second section is the open library. In the open library, what we can see is all the books on the platform. So the platform offers more than 1,600 books, and we are adding more content as we speak. In the coming few months, we will have also a library of videos. So it's not only books, it's also educational videos for the students to learn the language. What do we see in the open library? As if you're going into a regular library in the school, you will see all the books categorized in different categories. So the first one are the books that you have started to read but did not finish. The second line is the books that are your favorite books, the ones that you put the heart on. The third is the categories, and here you can see different sections. Let me show you the English, for example. You can see different sections: family and society, language, stories, math, and so on. And you can see also the books divided by the IB themes and the leveled reading. Now, in Arabic, we use a program for leveled reading called Arabi 21, the Arabic 21 century. And for the English, we use the program from Collins, which is the Big Cat program. And then you can see also by age and by publisher. This is what you can see in the Open Library. And here I want to remind you that it's not only books from your level. In the Open Library, you can see books from all other levels as well. The third element is the assignments. And here you can see the assignments that are given to you by the teacher. And it is also divided by active assignments, overdue assignments, and completed assignments. So in the active assignments, as you can see, I have a red notification here. In the active assignments, I have 3 assignments. And when I open it, it tells me this is the assignment. It came from this teacher. The due date is this. This is where I can submit the assignment. What is the title of it? What is the description? What do I need to do? And this is the book that has been given to me from the teacher, so I can do the assignment. I open it, and then I do the homework, and then I submit it. The last element of this page is the profile page. And this is the blue section, as you can see here. In this section, it shows the student their own progress so that they can follow up on what they are doing and their performance. So for example, the first one is the books read. So how many books did I read? I read 24 books. In Arabic, this is the categories that I have read in. So it gives me this chart that tells me, for example, 44% of the stories that I have read are stories, 4% about creatures or animals, and so on. And then these are all the books that I have read. The same applies to the English books. So it tells me you have read 1 book, for example. It falls within the category Family and Society, and this is the book. You can open it and see the actions taken. Okay? The second one is the hours. So it tells me how many hours did I spend on the platform, and it gives me a chart to tell me a graph of where was more the activity happening. So for example, on Wednesday, I was more active. I read more than Tuesday or Monday, and I can also pull monthly or weekly charts. Also, it gives me the time. I spend time on the Arabic or English or French books. And the last section is the points. This is where we say that platform is very interactive and very gamified, which means the student, whatever they do on the platform, they get rewarded. They get points, they get badges, they get to be excited to read more and use these points. So for example, if they record their voice, if they share the audio, if they listen to the story, if they read the story, any activity that they make, they will get points, and then they use these points in making the avatar. So the avatar, they can choose whatever shape they want. They can put different backgrounds, they can change their bodies. And here, for example, if this person is interested in art and they want to get this avatar, it will tell them, for example, this avatar is for 1800 points. I don't have enough points. I need to read more and then come back again for the avatar. So it's very engaging and exciting for the students to collect more points so they can change their avatars. And we keep new assets every now and then, so we keep them always excited to add new things. Here we can see the badges. As you can see next to the student's avatar, you can see what badges they got. And here we will get the badges list where they can see why did they get this or this or this. And the My Profile, this is where they can see all of the details and their progress. So they would see which their name, the school name, and then the badges that they received, and then the progress of their skills, the development of their skills. And here, all the questions, I will show you now what can we do on the stories, but all the stories are based on Bloom's taxonomy. So the student will be able to measure their skills as well, recall, understanding, applying, analyzing, and so on in the 3 languages, and they will get the chart that tells them where do they stand, and the same, and then they proceed as you can see. And the same goes in English. And anytime you want to know what is this level, you just press on the circle, and it gives you more details. What is this level? I can use nonfiction text. I can talk about these kind of information and so on. So this is what the student can do on the platform. Do you have any questions here before I show you what can we do on the story itself?
Ya, mungkin sebelum dilanjut materinya, barangkali ada teman-teman yang ingin menyajukan pertanyaan nih ke Miss Farah. Boleh, teman-teman. Miss Indana mungkin mau mengajukan pertanyaan? Mikrofonnya masih mute nih, sepertinya.
Halo.
Ya, silakan.
Apa?
Miss Indana mau mengajukan pertanyaan mungkin?
Iya. Mungkin pertanyaannya di luar dari tema, nggak apa-apa ya? Maksudnya itu apa buku tersebut untuk anak SMA apakah cocok atau untuk anak umur berapa gitu? Ada kategori umurnya?
Okay. Maybe you can ask directly using English, Miss, if you want to.
I want to, but I am a little bit nervous.
Okay.
In Indonesia.
In Indonesia. It's okay. I'll help you to translate, yeah. So Miss Sarah, Miss Indana asked that if is Kutubee can use for any kind of level or just certain level student?
No, I didn't get the question. If Kutubee can be used as what?
As for each student, or like all level, or just a certain level?
We usually recommend that Kutubee is used for the primary students. So starting from three years, when they start developing knowledge of letters, because we have sections for phonics. So the students can see the letter, the sound, how do we spell this letter? So around 3 or 4 years, they can start using the platform until possibly 14 years of age.
Or start from 3 years old until 14 years old, maybe in junior or senior high school, yeah, Miss. Yeah. Okay, thank you for the answer. Maybe Miss Indana, anything want to add?
Sudah. Mungkin bertanya lagi.
Okay, thank you. Dan mungkin dari teman-teman yang lain ada yang mau mengajukan pertanyaan lagi, Miss Zakia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I want to know answer for it because I left at the first how to open at the first time about Kutubee.
It's very interesting.
Halo.
Miss Zakia, maaf suaranya agak bergema.
Oh iya. Tahu lah ya. Tadi saya kan ketinggalan waktu pertama. Bisa diulang nggak nanti cara membuka apa namanya Kutubee.
I see.
Thank you.
Okay, so Miss Farah, Miss Zakia say that he just come here early, and maybe if you, maybe Miss Zakia ask you to like how to open the Kutubee from the start, because he joined last, he just joined this webinar.
Okay. You can access Kutubee from the platform from your desktop. Just write read.kutubee.com. read.kutubee.com. But for you to access, you need to have a username and a password, okay? And this is where we create accounts for the schools or for the students who want to participate. So it's you register to request accounts.
So this is low. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is low for our student too.
Sorry?
This is low for our student too, not only for a teacher.
Yes, it has two platforms. You have a student platform and a teacher platform. The one that I just explained is for students. So each student can have their own access. They have their own accounts, okay? And they can access the platform. They can read at their house, or you can use it in the school and then ask them for homework so they can continue working in the school, in the house as well.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Ms. Zakia.
Oke, terima kasih Miss Zakia atas pertanyaannya. Mungkin dari teman-teman ada lagi yang mau ditanyakan? Okay, maybe I think no more question. Miss Farah, you can continue the presentation. Oh, Miss Teti, you want to ask something?
Okay, Miss, I wanna ask you about. According to you, how to make the student interesting with our subject using Kutubee. I think this
Sure.
is for senior high school still easy. For senior high school, how about this? Thank you.
Okay. Now, for the, again, as we said, the platform is best used for students from 3 to 14 years old, okay? Usually this is why we created the gamification in the platform. So when you tell the students that anything that you do in the platform, you get points, you get badges, they start to compete between each other. They want to read more so they can get more points. For example, Farah has the 100 points. I want to read more so that I'll become 120 points and so on. So this kind of incentive gives them a very good start on the platform. Number two, as teachers, it will never be successful using any kind of platforms, Kutubee or another, if you don't, as teachers, entice the students and ask them to work on it, okay? So what we have several tools for you as teachers to try to better use the platform and help you to engage the students. Number one is working with the students in the class. And now I will show you examples how you can work with the book in the class and what you can do. Number two is give them assignments, and the homeworks or the assignments on Kutubee are very exciting because they get to use it on their own. And number three, you can always have competitions or give certificates for these who, the students who show interest and read more. And on Kutubee itself, we have ready certificates, so you don't have to worry about it. We have all the tools ready for you, and I will show you now when we continue the presentation.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks.
You're welcome, Ms. Tati. Shall I continue so I can show you the rest of the features?
Yeah, please, you can continue the presentation.
All right. So let me open one of the books, okay, and show you what we can do on the story. Excuse me. All right. So if we get this book, for example, the student can see the book cover, okay, the title of the book, the actions that they can make, which is listen, read, and the challenge or the quiz. And then they can see the metadata, who is the publisher, who's the author, the level of the book, and so on. And they can find keywords. These keywords are to show the student what are the topics, also as you as teachers, what are the topics of this book, and how can we, if, for example, I like this topic about peace, it will open for me all the books that talks about the same topic, okay? So let me, for example, open the listening part.
طائرة تمطر حباً.
Can you hear?
ماما، لم الحرب؟
Can you hear
تحدث الحرب يا سامر عندما يرغب بعض الناس في الحصول على ما يريدون بالقوة.
The idea is that we have the recording of all stories in Arabic and English in all languages. And what the student can hear is the word and the highlight of the word, okay? So what they can link the word with the pronunciation, the proper pronunciation of the word, so they can exactly get the right Arabic pronunciation or the English. In English, we have also two accents. We have the American and the British accent. So also you can choose which one you want your students to hear, okay? The second thing that we can do is the reading. And this is where the student can flip through the pages, read the story at their own pace, and use the tools. And Ms. Tati, this is where I can answer your question. We have several tools on the book. So the first one is to increase the size. So this is where they can, for example, make the story smaller or bigger, okay? The second tool is the text tool. And this is where they can highlight the word, either highlight it, for example, if you're giving a class about verbs, okay? You ask the students to go read the story and highlight all the verbs in the story, okay? Or for younger classes, you can tell them, for example, we learned about letter Ha or letter A. You can just go and highlight these letters in the words. Or you can ask them to add these words to their dictionary. So for example, if I press on this button, it tells me, okay, what is this word? Is it a verb? Is it a noun? Write a description about it and put it in a sentence. So you can always keep them engaged in using the platform. The third tool, is the notes tool. And this is where you can add notes to your story. So for example, I can tell them, read the story and analyze the ending. Or why do you think this happened? Or what do you think about the cover? Okay, so you can always keep them engaged in adding their notes, and everything they do on the platform, they can share it with you. The third element is the highlight tool. As you can see, I can highlight objects or characters. So I can, for example, tell Anna, take the character of this young boy and record your voice. So Anna could say, hello, I am Ahmed, for example. And then Farah would take the character of the mom. So in the class, you can keep it very engaging. And Farah would record her voice on the character, the mother. Hi, Ahmed, be careful what you're looking at, for example. And then we can listen to the recording. Hello, I am Ahmed, for example. Hi, Ahmed, be careful what you're looking at. So you can do this creative dialogue between the students for them to be engaged with the platform. And the last tool is the audio recording, the voice recording. This is where they can read the story at their own time, share it with you, and then you can hear if they have read it correctly or if they are capable of reading this level, okay? So if I click on the recording, I can start to read the story and then stop it and listen to it. I can start to read the story and then what I can do is to share the recording with the teacher. So if I press on the share, it will go automatically with the teacher to the teacher's account. So these are the tools that we can use on the platform. And the last thing is the quiz. As you can see, if I press on the quiz now, it will not open. Oh, it opened because I finished the story. Usually it doesn't open unless I finish the story, either I read it or listen to it, okay? So here it gives me a multiple questions, usually 3 to 6 questions, okay? And then I can choose from multiple answers. So for example, for this question, if I answer correctly, it allows me to go to the second question. If I answer wrong, it gives me an alert. So for example, this is the correct answer. To the next question. Okay. This is what we can do on the students portal. If you're okay with that, if you don't have any questions, I would move to the teachers portal.
Oke, teman-teman, tadi sudah dijelaskan mengenai platform untuk student. Barangkali sebelum pindah untuk menjelaskan ke platform teacher-nya, ada yang mau ditanyakan kembali, teman-teman? Oke, belum ada mungkin ya. Oke, Miss Farah, you can continue to the next presentation. Ya, Miss Rita, mau nanya? Okay, I think there's no question, Miss Sarah.
Very good. Let's go to the teachers portal. Okay. So for the teachers portal, we write school.kutubee.com. This is another website. And in here, you can find information about all of the students that you as a teacher work with. So for example, here I have 3 classes. I have 89 students, and I can find in the overview in the dashboard data about my students. So for example, the amount of books read, the amount of hours read, quizzes, and assignments. I can always have filters, and I can always pull reports in certain time frames, for example, or for certain classes and so on. And always I can have a chart showing me the progress of my children around the month. And I can have a pie chart that shows which level is my students at. And the top engaged students, the top 5, the least engaged students, and the top engaged classes and the least engaged classes. What do I use from this? Or how can I better use it? Is through pushing students to read more and making them use the books more aggressively. So for example, if I find the student number 1 read already 500 books, I can create a certificate for her. I can do an event in the school and praise her efforts. While the students who have read nothing, I can follow up with them or see if they have any technical issue or they don't know how to use the platform or so on. The same goes for the classes. And this is where also the admins of the school can follow up with the teachers to see, okay, this class read 2,000 stories, while the second class only read 18. Also, what's going on? Is the teacher not active? Are the students having issues and so on? Okay. Also, I can find reports of each and every student. So if I want to get results of my students, I will find all the names here. Okay. So if I, for example, press on Ahmad, I will find that Ahmad has read 59 books, the number of hours spent, the number of quizzes and assignments, and I can also get a chart of his progress. So in December, he read more than January. This is the skills progress that he did. So for example, for again, on Bloom's taxonomy, so on recall skills, this is what the percentage of skills that he's good at, understanding, applying, analyzing, and so on. And these are the books that they read. So for example, this book, they read 98%, and they had a voice recording, and they added the words to the dictionary. This book, they read only 66%, they did no activities. And this books, for example, they had finished this book 100%, they added an audio recording and a note. And I can always give them feedback as a teacher on their progress. I can also pull reports for the class as a whole. So I can also see, for example, if I have two sections in grade 1, I can compare, for example, this section is reading much more than this section, and so on. I can also pull reports based on the skills. And here I can measure the skills of my students if they are, for example, strong in recalling, in analyzing, in understanding, or they need support in certain skills. And I can also give assignments or review my previous assignment. So for example, this assignment says, I have given this assignment to 2 students, for example. Okay, who are they and what did they do? This is the reading level and what did they spend? So for example, here I can see that no student have done any action. Okay, if I go to another assignment, for example, I sent this to 77 students, and this student read 2 books. What did she do? She read 100% of this book. She spent 2 minutes on it, and she read 100% of this book, and she spent around 1.5 minutes on it. Okay, so I get all the details, and I can always send notes or messages to the student based on their performance. Well done, for example, you've done a good job, or I prefer you repeat or record your voice, or so on. Okay, how can I add an assignment? This is where I can add an assignment. I put the name of the assignment, for example, and then I put the start date, which is today, and the end date. So when do I want the students to submit, for example, on the 28th? Okay, what do I want them to do? I write it in the description, and then I select the books. The books can be selected based on a filter. So if I know, for example, I want books in Arabic or English, I choose per the language. If I want to give them per age group or per the level that they're working on, or even a publisher that I like their books, I can also choose it. And then, for example, let's select this. Okay, and then I select which students do I want them to get this assignment. All of my students, I can just click here and it will send it to all of my students. Or I can say, yeah, I want to send it to everyone except Ahmed, because Ahmed is a bit advanced. So I want to give him a specific assignment with a higher, for example, skill requirements. And I can always add attachments. So if I have, for example, a worksheet that I want to show to the students, I can add it here and send the assignment. All of these students will get the assignments. As you remember, it was in the learner profile here in the assignments. They will get a notification and they can open it and do the assignment. If we go to the other section, the book section, this is where the platform takes me to the open library, where I can see all of the books that I have, and then they can choose from these books as teachers and then assign them to the students, or just be acquainted of the content so that I can use it in the class. The certificates tab, this is where you as teachers can use the ready templates to give certificates to your students. So if you work with us, we will create, instead of this logo, you will have your school's logo. So it will be customized, okay? And then you can just write the name of the student, for example, Farah from grade 1, okay? And then you can just customize it. And why do I give this certificate? For example, because she read 100 books, okay? You write the teacher's name, the date, and then you can just print it or send it to them by email. And we have different templates that you can use from. And the last section is the support. This is where you can always be in contact with us to help you find the data that you need. So for example, a student comes to you, I forgot how to make so and so, or as the teacher, you think, I want to change my one of the students' levels, but I forgot how to. So I go here and I will click on it to find a video explaining exactly what I want to do and the steps. So you can follow on the steps. And also, if you have any issues, you will have one of our support team assigned to your school, so you can discuss it with them and have answers. I stopped the share so I can see the screens again and see if you have any questions that I can help you with.
Oke, mungkin dari teman-teman ada yang mau ditanyakan? Ya, Miss Tasya, please.
I'm sorry if I always ask. I want to ask, should every student download this Kutubee, or this is like a link?
Sorry, are you asking about the license?
That if we have this for student, that is student assessment, should the student basis have to download Kutubee? Or just open link the Kutubee?
Anna, I cannot hear well. If you heard the question, can you help me?
Okay, so Miss Zakia asked about how to open the Kutubee. Is it have to download it, or it's just like you have to visit Kutubee website?
Student.
Yeah, the student, okay, the student can have it on their, if they are using it on their mobile or tablet, they can download it as an application. And in the application, if they want to read certain books, they download the books, but they can only open them through the app. So they download the books and then they can disconnect the internet and use them offline. And when they are back online, it will sync the data. So the data will be live again for them. Okay? Yeah. Or they can open it through the laptop, like I did just now, through the browser.
Oke, sudah terjawab nih Sakia?
Ya. Thank you. Iya Pak, makasih.
Oke.
You're welcome. Afwan.
Is there any question, everyone? Ada yang mau bertanya lagi? I think there's no question again, Miss Farah. Oh, Miss Fatima, do you want to
Fatima,
ask
I
something?
think Fatima has a question.
Okay, please say Fatima.
Ya, saya mau bertanya. Ini saya dari tadi sudah mencoba buka Kutubee ya, tapi susah sekali untuk masuknya. Apa nih tidak ada apa tuh namanya? Kalau login kan masuk ya. Kalau daftar apa tuh? Sign in. Sign in-nya nggak ada ya. Jadi ini kayaknya harus punya akun dulu, tapi tidak bisa. Baru kirim, ada suruh kirim email, tapi email saya tidak terbaca. Gimana?
Okay, would you like to ask directly using English, Miss Fatima?
I love to, but it's hard for me to speak English well.
Okay, okay.
Maybe may help me.
Yeah, that's okay, that's okay. So, Miss Farah, Miss Fatima asked that she already tried to sign up in Kutubee platform, but she have some trouble. Like, is that how to sign up in Kutubee?
Yes, as a teacher, Ms. Fatima, you need to subscribe directly through us. So after we finish this session, you will receive from the team a form that you can fill. And if you are interested to try the platform, we can offer it as a trial period for you, okay? And you can access it because the platform is locked. You can only use it if you are a registered school. This is why you couldn't access it now. For the school's access, we need to create accounts for you.
Okay, bisa dipahami, Miss Fatima? Oke, jadi teman-teman untuk sign up atau punya akun di Kutubee ini, teman-teman perlu untuk subscription ya. Tapi jangan khawatir, nanti untuk 1 bulan pertama setelah kita mengadakan agenda webinar ini, nanti setelah ini teman-teman ada yang namanya attendance form, izin untuk share screen sebentar. Nah, nanti ada attendance form seperti ini, teman-teman bisa dilihat. Nanti di pertanyaan yang pertama itu ada pertanyaan, are you or your school interested in Kutubee's program? Nah, kalau misal nanti teman-teman klik yes di sini, nanti akan kami berikan akun trial, akun demo selama 1 bulan yang bisa teman-teman coba seperti itu. Jadi memang Miss Fatima untuk Kutubee ini sign up-nya perlu lisensi, jadi harus subscription seperti itu. Bisa dipahami ya, Miss Fatima? Oke. Maybe dari teman-teman ada yang mau ditanyakan lagi? Oke, Miss. Oke, what's your name? Miss, please.
Hi.
Halo.
Ernalia.
Oh, Miss Ernalia. Oke, Miss Ernalia.
Yeah. It's very interesting platform, Kutubee. But the problem is I teach in a boarding school, so my student cannot bring the electronic things, just like handphone or tablet. Is there any, just like visit the school to apa? Untuk mempromosikan gitu, kayak gitu. Visit the school to promote this Kutubee platform.
Yes, we can. As you see from the presentation that I did, I used the student account, but I showed it to you. So what you can do in the school, you can present it on a screen or so without them using their own platforms. Okay, they don't have to use their mobile. They can only see it on the screen when you present it as a teacher, and then you can give them the assignments, for example, later on. But it's a digital platform, so we have to have either a laptop or a device.
Okay,
But
thank you.
as a teacher, you can use it yourself and show it to the students in the school.
And other problem is my student is have no interesting in reading, just like that.
Yeah, this is why Kutubee is there. We are there to help them create this interest and read more and like books. So this is the idea, because we have tried it in several schools. We have Kutubee in 29 countries around the world. So it's not, it's very diverse. And all of the students that we have used Kutubee with, and the schools are very happy because the kids started to like reading more because they find it very easy and it's like a game. They open books, they listen to them, and they build new vocabulary.
Okay, thank you, thank you. I have a solution about my problem.
No worries, no worries.
Thank you very much, Miss. That's all.
Okay, thank you for the question, Miss Ernalia. Any question? Ada yang mau bertanya lagi, teman-teman? Okay, I think there's no question, Miss Farah.
Sorry, Miss Anna.
Yeah, I think there's no more question.
All right. So it's a pleasure to be with you today. I hope that we give you at least. Oh, we have a question in the chat.
Oh, Miss.
Yes, please. Go ahead. Would you like to type your question or would you like to ask it?
Oke, Miss Umu Syakira mau bertanya. Boleh langsung dibuka mikrofonnya atau via chat juga boleh.
Hello.
Hello.
I think you to type your question. Feel free to do so if it's better for you. Sure. We're waiting for your question.
Oke, mungkin sambil menunggu, teman-teman bisa sebentar.
Halo. Halo.
Hello.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nice to meet you. At the beginning, I don't know what's your name. May I know what's your name?
Okay, her name is Miss Farah ya, Miss Umu.
Yeah, Miss Farah. Yeah, Miss Farah, where are you from? May I know that? Yes.
I am from Jordan.
Jordan.
Yes.
Jordan. Is the part of the Saudi Arabia, Jordan? No.
It's next to Saudi Arabia.
Next to Saudi Arabia. All right. Nice to meet you, Miss Farah. All right. I'm sorry for coming late to join in the Zoom meeting, but yeah, I've heard before to join in this application, yeah, Kutubee. This application is Kutubee.
Yes.
Kutubee can learn Arabic and English. So how much we can join with Kutubee application? I'm sorry because I come late in this meeting.
No worries. No worries. Anna and the team will be in touch with you to give you all of the details regarding how you can subscribe and the pricing and everything else.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you. Same here.
All right.
Oke, terima kasih Umu Syakira. Mungkin dari yang lain ada yang mau bertanya? Ya, untuk teman-teman jangan khawatir ya. Jadi nanti setelah agenda ini selesai, masing-masing dari kalian yang sudah mengisi attendance form yang tadi sudah saya submit melalui chatbox, nanti akan diberikan akun trial atau akun demo untuk mencoba Kutubee selama 1 bulan. Nanti bisa dicoba di kelasnya masing-masing gitu ya teman-teman. Iya, mungkin nih Siti Nurhayati, do you want to ask something? Oh, enggak ya sepertinya. Oke. Miss Farah, maybe you want continue the presentation?
Sorry, Anna.
Yeah. Do you want to continue the presentation because I think there's no more questions.
Okay, I have done the presentation very quickly so that I save on your time. I don't want to take a lot of your time, but this is basically what Kutubee is. Kutubee has these 2 platforms, the teacher access and the student access. This is where you can, as teachers, work together with your students to engage them in reading and loving these books. What I would recommend is check with your school, see if there's an interest, and then we can help you, as Anna said, with a free trial period where you can try the application, see how it goes, and then ask us if you have any questions. The trial period will be for a class or 2. We cannot open it for the whole school. So it can be, you can choose, for example, 1 or 2 classes that you want to do the trial for. And then I can answer if you have any other questions regarding how to use it and how to access it. But it's a very easy platform. What you can do, as we said, you can start with the students in the class. You can give them assignments to practice in their houses. And you can use it, for example, if you have activity classes, or if you have a library session, or any other after-school activities as well, you can give them access to the platform. Kutubee has more than 1,600 books, so that's a pretty big number. All will be under your access, so please make use of it. From our experience, it has been a very successful application, and the results were amazing because you can actually track your progress and your students' progress. So I wish you the best of luck. That would be the end of my presentation. If you don't have any other questions, I wish you all an amazing rest of the day, and I hope we can hear from you very soon.
Okay, so then thank you Miss Farah for the amazing presentation about Kutubee. Jadi teman-teman, seperti yang sudah disebutkan sebelumnya, Kutubee ini sudah sangat berpengalaman dalam penyediaan platform membaca. Harapannya nanti ke depannya teman-teman bisa sangat terbantu sekali melalui platform Kutubee untuk meningkatkan minat baca bagi siswa-siswanya, seperti itu. Oke, kalau misal tidak ada lagi yang ingin ditanyakan, mungkin bisa kita akhiri sesi webinar pada siang hari ini, tapi sebelum itu boleh ya teman-teman kita sesi foto bersama dulu. Boleh open kameranya, Miss Farah, please can you open the cam, we want to take the photo together. Oke, boleh dibuka kameranya teman-teman. Ya, masih ada yang belum. Masih ditunggu untuk dibuka kameranya on cam, jangan malu-malu, tunjukkan senyum terbaiknya, semangat terbaiknya di siang hari ini. Oke, udah semuanya saya hitung ya 1 sampai 3. Nanti ini ada beberapa page. Nanti teman-teman bisa tahan dulu ya senyumnya. Oke. 1, 2, 3. Oke, sebentar. Lagi. 1, 2, 3. Oke, sudah selesai untuk sesi fotonya. Saya ucapkan terima kasih banyak. Thank you so much, Miss Farah, for coming here. And terima kasih juga untuk teman-teman yang sudah hadir pada sesi siang hari ini. Nanti kalau misal ada yang mau ditanyakan lagi mengenai Pentabooks atau mengenai Kutubee, bisa ditanyakan melalui WhatsApp group atau chat secara pribadi ke admin Pentabooks. Boleh ya, teman-teman. Baik, kalau gitu terima kasih semuanya. Maaf apabila ada kesalahan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Thank you.
Syukron, Mrs. Farah.
Waalaikumsalam.
Welcome.
Miss Farah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.